research opportunities. Well, as we look at today's opportunity, I'd like to ask you to please like this video, give this video that thumbs up. And in today's opportunity, we are looking at the Swiss Government Excellence Scholarship opportunity. And very, very important, dear friends, that the website already warns of fraudulent activities, and so they are saying warning of fraud attempts regarding Swiss government scholarship, and so they are warning of those phishing attempts. And so what they are saying is that the application to the Swiss government scholarship is actually free of charge, and no one should reach out to you and asking you for money to apply to the Swiss government scholarship opportunity. And the scholarship opportunity, dear friends, that we are sharing is for the academic year 2025 to 2026. Now, friends, let me just talk a little bit about what this scholarship is all about. So each year, the Swiss Confederation awards government excellence scholarships to promote international exchange and research cooperation between Switzerland and over 180 other countries. So recipients are selected by the awarding body, the Federal Commission for Scholarship for Foreign Students. So the Swiss government's excellence scholarships are aimed at young researchers from abroad who have completed a master's degree or PhD, and at foreign artists holding a bachelor's degree. And so the scholarships that we will focus on, dear friends, are scholarships that are referred to as research scholarships. And artists too can also look at the art scholarship, and the application procedure is also described for the art scholarship. Now, dear friends, what we would like to look at are the research scholarships. So when you look at the research scholarships specifically, dear friends, they are in three groups. So there is the research fellowship, and this can be undertaken by those individuals with a master's qualification or a PhD qualification, and then they just want to go and conduct research at a Swiss institution. And what one needs to do in that case is to reach out to the host institution and then be able to establish a relationship with a professor who then will be able to confirm your participation or your agreement that you'll be able to actually be hosted by that professor, and then the professor shares a CV with you, and then you go ahead and apply for this particular fellowship or research fellowship. And then there are opportunities for a PhD. That is for those individuals who have completed a master's and they would want to pursue a PhD program at a Swiss university. Then they would have to apply for a PhD program. And this again would have to start with you as an individual reaching out to professors at a Swiss university, establishing relationships, discussing your research areas, interest, and research proposal, and things like that, and then coming to an agreement. And so once you've come to an agreement, then you will be given a go-ahead to apply for this, PhD scholarship opportunity through the Swiss Excellence Government Scholarships. And then you are going to be applying, and then you'll be submitting that agreement between that institution and the professor who is going to be a supervisor for you to this scholarship body, so that you have that evidence that is required. And similarly, even for postdoc, these are the individuals who would have already completed their postdoc. I mean their PhD program. So they have already completed their PhD program and they want now to pursue a postdoc. So these are available for postgraduate researchers in any discipline who hold a master's degree as a minimum qualification, who are planning to go to Switzerland to pursue research or further studies at doctoral or postdoctoral level. So research scholarships are awarded for research or study at all Swiss cantonal universities, universities of applied sciences, and the two federal institutes of technology, as well as the four research institutes. So only candidates nominated by an academic supervisor at one of these higher education institutions will be considered. So that you have to really pay attention to that. You need to establish that communication with the institution that you are interested to host you, that you're looking to host you, so that you get nominated and then you can proceed with the application. So let's look at the research fellowship. So this is more information about the research fellowships. So this is meant to enable selected applicants to undertake postgraduate research in the realm of their PhD at one of the Swiss public universities, the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, the Graduate Institutes, the Universities of Applied Sciences, or the public teaching and research institutes. It's valid for full-time research in Switzerland only. And the target group is highly qualified postgraduate researchers from all academic fields as well as young medical doctors. And so this is even open for young medical doctors, primarily, for scholars who have not already been to Switzerland. So this is the eligibility criteria, so that you need to have had a master's degree or equivalent achieved before 31st July 2025, except, these are actually, they are actually saying you need to have a degree certificate completed, and then applicants must be born after 31st December 1989, and a research proposal needs to have been crafted as well with a given time frame that you are looking to focus on when it comes to your studies. And then you need to get a mandatory letter from an academic host professor. Remember, this is one emphasis that I've already emphasized, that I've already mentioned earlier on, that you need to begin first by establishing contact with the host institution that you're looking at, and then this professor will also need to give you their CV. And so in terms of duration, the scholarship starts for the academic year 2025-2026 in September 2025. That is on the 1st of September, and it's going to be for 12 months. That is maximum starting in September. There will be no, prolongation for this one. And then you will receive a monthly stipend, and at the same time, there is going to be coverage of living costs for one person only, and the scholarship is not a salary as they say. And then, in terms of selection criteria, they're looking at your academic profile, your capacity to conduct research, and your motivation for research. And then they're also looking at your research project. So in terms of research project, they're looking at the originality of the work that you have proposed and the methodology that you're looking to use for this particular research. And then they're also considering the academic context, so the quality and context of supervision and potential for future academic cooperation. So in terms of getting further details, you are advised essentially to see the contact address for your country of origin. And so I will be looking at this at the end, so that I can show you what you might need to do when you now want to apply. So you might want to look at this list that has been given. So there is a list of different countries that you may need to sort of like look at. So here, what is proposed on this list, when you go to this list, essentially, you will find that there are a number of countries, depending on where you come from. You can see that there are contact email addresses that where you are supposed to submit your application packet. And so you will be reaching out to them so that they can give you more information on that particular procedure. So these are some of these are some of the contact email addresses, and you can see that this is applicable for research fellowship, PhD, and postdoc opportunities as well. So there's Afghanistan there, and then you can scroll down to your specific country. So depending on where you come from, there's this list that you have to sort of like look at before you actually, consider applying, because these will be the contact persons that you will be reaching out as you consider to apply for this program. All right. So for further questions, you may contact those individuals that are listed there. Check the available scholarship types for your country of origin through, contacting those. And then what is important here is that you can check. Just looking at this, you are actually able to check which scholarships are available for your country. So let's say if we look at, let's look at United Arab Emirates. So you can see that research fellowships, PhD, and postdoc are available for this country. United Kingdom, again, similarly, similar scholarships are available for this particular country. So you'll be able to look at just this particular document to be able to tell you what scholarship opportunities are available, and then check the opening of the call and the submission deadline. Applications submitted too late will not be considered. And so you also need to look out for what the deadlines look like. When are you supposed to submit those applications? All right. So you need to look at what are the submission deadlines. And so you may do well to reach out to the point of contacts so that they, are able to assist you with a piece of information. All right, so let's go ahead in terms of applying. So to apply, you have to download the application package. So you download the application package, and so this application package is going to have application forms and templates. So you fill them out and then you print them out, and then you may need to send them by mail. All right, so to submit, you need to submit 2 paper copies of your application, and these are the ones that must be submitted. So when you click this link, it will take you to that same document for for you to be able to get the email contact persons that will give you the postal addresses for your country of origin, so that you can actually submit to that particular postal address that is going to be given to you. So this is pretty much the same procedure that is going to be followed even when you're applying for a PhD scholarship. So if you click on a PhD scholarship, you're going to be finding that the same procedure is going to be followed if you're applying for that. Well, what's important is you also need to look at what are the eligibility criteria. So in terms of PhD, the objectives here are that they want to enable selected applicants to undertake a PhD at one of the Swiss public universities. This is Federal Institutes of Technology or the graduate institutes, and this is valid for full-time research in Switzerland only. And the target group here is that they are looking at highly qualified postgraduate students possessing the required degrees to start a PhD, primarily for scholars who have not already been to Switzerland. And then you need to have a master's degree or equivalent, university degree achieved before 31st July 2025, and so that you have to take note of. And then you must be born after 31st December 1989. A research proposal needs to have been crafted, and that needs to have been discussed with your supervisor, and the supervisor needs to have confirmed agreement to work with you using a mandatory letter from that supervisor, and then the supervisor also needs to give you their short CV. And again, this program is also starting in September 2025 on the 1st, and it's going to be initially for 12 months, but because this is a PhD, which usually takes around 3 years to complete, so they are going to be able to extend your scholarship for 36 more months. And so initially they'll give you 12 months, and then they'll be looking at your academic performance, and then they are going to be increasing by 12 months until 36 months when you have completed your PhD program. And these are some additional information, and again, these are similar to what we have already looked at. And then when you look at the postdoctoral scholarships again, So you will come here and then look at what is the target audience that they're looking at for this. So first of all, in terms of the objectives, they're saying to enable selected applicants to undertake postdoc research at one of the Swiss public universities, the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, the Graduate Institute, and the University of Applied Sciences, or the public teaching and research institution, valid for full-time research in Switzerland only. And the target is highly qualified early career scientists on postdoctoral level, primarily for scholars who have not already been to Switzerland. And so this again is similar to the information we have earlier looked at. And so again, you have to start by initiating a conversation with one of the professors from the target university that you're looking at in Switzerland. And then once you've agreed supervision with that professor, the professor will issue a letter to introduce you, which is a mandatory letter from an academic host professor, including their short CV, and then you can include that as part of your package for applying. And once you have that, then you can actually download the application packet and then look at your country of origin to see which email addresses are available for you to reach out to the point of contact so that they can give you the physical postal address that you can use to mail the application documents. All right. And then there is the arts scholarship. So arts scholarships are open to art students wishing to pursue an initial arts master's degree in Switzerland. So arts scholarships are awarded for study at any Swiss conservatory or University of the Arts. So these scholarships are available to students from a limited number of countries only. And so you have to look at what the guidelines look like if this is the one that you're interested in and you would like to pursue. So you look at the additional information and look at the country of origin. So you are looking at the country of origin there, and then that will give you the detailed information because this is only available to selected countries. And then in addition to that, you look at downloading the application package and follow the similar procedure like we have highlighted for the other scholarships. And so when you look at this in a nutshell, you can see that in terms of application procedure, early of August, they release program for 180 plus countries. And then, somewhere in September, the call for application is going to be released. And then somewhere within this period between September and December, you're looking at, preparing and submitting the application. And so this is where you're finding the deadlines, September to December. And so you will have ensured you have submitted your application. And then by the end of May next year, there's going to be selection. And so this will result in the culmination of announcements of individuals who have actually been awarded these scholarships. And then next September is when you actually start your program at a host institution in Switzerland. And so very, very important to be able to follow through these details about these scholarship opportunities for you, dear friends. With that, dear friends, I'd like to simply ask you to please like this video, give this video that thumbs up, share this video widely, because you can see that within this scholarship there is a package of different scholarships which I believe different people can benefit from within your family, from within your employment facilities, from within your professional networks, and indeed from within your academic network. And so these individuals will benefit just by you sharing this opportunity. And remember, sharing is caring. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe and become part of this community. It's bye-bye for now until we meet in yet another exciting opportunity in the next video.